Hello, good morning, tech enthusiasts. So today I want to run us through on a very important topic that have left a lot of persons confused without knowing where to go to and how to go about it. So I chose this topic to treat it and get it very well detailed today. And the topic is named Understanding the Tech Ecosystem. So this is a very crucial topic, a very crucial question that a very crucial topic that have brought a lot of questions in the industry that have left a lot of persons wondering on where to go to, how to go about it, how to get started, and what they are going to do and how they are going to do it, where they are going to do it, and who can be trusted to get them to the right destination. But before I continue with this topic, I would like us to look at the analogy that I have here. This analogy is just like a city, seeing the tech space like a city where you have a road. In the city, you have a road, you have a business or businesses. There are workers who are working in the businesses. There are schools who helps to educate the workers. There are banks and investors who invest in businesses and help to build infrastructures through capitals. Then there are also the governments that sets up the rules that monitors both the businesses, the workers, the schools, and the bank and the investors. So now, looking at the tech ecosystem or the tech space as a city, you would see that there is a road in every city. Now, that road would see it as the cloud infrastructures that helps to create a space for us to manage our servers, our storages, and the rest of the other infrastructures that are built in the cloud. Then we also have businesses that host their servers and their storages and their informations and data in the cloud. Then we also have workers who are working for businesses that are making use of the roads. Then after workers, we have the schools. The schools, they train the workers that works in the businesses and also make use of the roads. Then we have the investors or the banks, which is the venture capitalists or the accelerators. They help to move businesses with the help of their capitals. Then after that, we now have the government that monitors the rules and regulations, the guidelines, the principles that helps to keep the ecosystem safe and secured for every person to enjoy it and have access to it. So now all of these units works together to keep the ecosystem working, growing, and running and moving forward. Without each one, the other one will not work. So today, with this analogy, we are going to explain this ecosystem and understand how it works, how to find your feet in the right place, in the right circle, and how to get started with each and every one of it. So let's get it started right now. So having given this analogy with the help of a city, I am going to give an explanation of what the tech ecosystem means. Now, when we talk about an ecosystem, we simply means the network of different units, the network of different units that comes together to act as one. The tech ecosystem simply means the network of units, the interconnection of networks of people, organization, tools, systems, technologies, and every other thing that works together to create a solution in an economy or in an ecosystem. So this tech ecosystem simply includes everything involving the life cycle of digital products and services, from ideas to executions and from maintenances to innovation of digital products. All of them falls under the tech ecosystem. So when you come to the tech ecosystem, we can say that it is the combination of players such as the tech industries, the professionals, the tools that they make use of, just like we analyzed before, the tools that they make use of, the infrastructures, and every other thing that comes together to form one. of this whole ecosystem, just like we did examined here. Now when you come down here, we said what is the tech ecosystem. We say that the tech ecosystem is the combination or the interconnection that happens between enterprises, startup and enterprises, the tech talents, the institutions, and the support system. Now, going forward, there are different opportunities that exist in the tech ecosystem. A lot of persons are so confused. They keep hearing about tech on a daily basis, but they don't understand how it works. Who is in the tech industry? What are the things that are opened to them in the tech industry? Now, let us see the technical opportunities that exist in the tech ecosystem. Now, we have people who are called the software developers. These people, they develop the digital tools. They work on the digital tools that we make use of in terms of building applications and systems that power our businesses. They help us to program the necessary softwares that we make use of on a daily basis in our businesses, in our personal lives. When you think of these companies, you think of their products. For example, we can see a company like Microsoft, we can see a company like Facebook, we can see a company like YouTube. All these things, they are softwares that are being provided for us to have access to our businesses. You can also see companies like Amazon, which is providing variety of services these days. Now, under the technical opportunity, we have software developers or software developments, which help us to have access to tools that we make use of on a daily basis in our businesses. Now, going down further, we have the cloud or DevOps. These people, they manage our infrastructures and deployment pipelines for scalable solutions. So what happens here is this: when you talk about the cloud, we are talking about the infrastructure that we cannot see, but it exists here on earth through a database that is being built by some of the powerful companies like Microsoft, like Amazon, DigitalOcean, and the rest of them. Then going down further, we have data science and artificial intelligence. So right here on data science and artificial intelligence, this is the extraction of insight from data, and which helps to build intelligent system in your businesses. As a result of data science this day, you will be able to have access to past informations that will help you to make a very clear decision through your charts and other tools that are available. Then we also have cyber security. Now, the major role of the cyber security as a technical opportunity in the tech ecosystem is to protect your digital assets and ensure that all your data and your information are safe and secured. Now, when you look at these technical opportunities, you will discover that all of them are linked together, all of them are combined together. Now, going forward, let us see. It doesn't mean that if you are not opportune to have access to the technical opportunity, that there is nothing else for you. No, there is opportunity. The industry is built in a way that there is an opportunity for every single person as far as you are ready to offer value. Now, under the technical opportunities, we have the product designers, people who design the digital products we use, your softwares, your websites, and your applications. So these guys, the product designers, they take care of your digital products. They design and make it to be user friendly through the help of the various tools available in the market. Now we also have digital marketing, which is under the non-technical opportunities. The digital marketers, they help to promote products and services through digital channels like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, and other channels. These people, they have a special talent of marketing digital products. Now we go down where we have tech sales and customer service. Now, this is a very important skill. It's a very important opportunity, because if you have a product and you cannot support your customers, you cannot make sure that your customers are making good use of your product, that means the product is not yet complete. So I studied economics, and in economics we say that production is not complete until the goods get down to the final consumer. Then it's not just all about going down to the final consumer. When it gets down to the final consumer, the consumer should have a maximum utility, that is satisfaction, on the product. So you cannot consider your product in the tech space to be consumed until the customers are fully satisfied. Now let's use Facebook as an example. When you open your Facebook, your intention for opening Facebook is either to send a message, to see your friends post, or to view pictures or videos, or to go through your reel. Now when you do this, you derive joy, you laugh. Most times you get yourself down when you are in your worst state. Now if you don't get this level of satisfactions from these digital products, then they can never be considered to be a good product. So right here under the non-technical opportunity, this is where people that sells the product and make sure that the customers make good use of the product, this is where they fall in. Now also we have project management and product management. So these people, they coordinate the team and resources to deliver the tech products to the in between, they serve in between the consumers and the tech manufacturers. Then going down the more, now let's look at how to navigate into the tech space. Now there are different ways of going into the tech space. You can do self-learning, you can go through someone teaching you, you can go through a skill, but there are sequences, there are ways of arranging or making sure that you get the best from your space. Now the first one is self-learning or online certification. Now ways through which you can do that is by getting the knowledge from platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and Microsoft Learn. Now one of the reasons why I don't always advise people to just pay attention to self-learning is because most people are just going for certificates. No, it is not just all about the certificates. The first thing you need to consider in the tech ecosystem is the knowledge you have and what you can deliver, the problem you can solve. This is the first thing you need to consider first. If you go to Coursera, Udemy, or Microsoft Learn and you are only getting the certificate, no, you are making a very great mistake. So it's very important that you get the skill, get the ability to solve problem, then you get the certification, which is an evidence that you truly went through the course, that you really learned what was taught in the course. Now the next one is through bootcamp. Now when you come under bootcamp, there are platforms or some organizations that takes this as their responsibility. Example here, we have the Andela, we have Old School, we have Decagon. Then it can also be through internship. You can do that through internship. This is basically for people who have graduated from the university. Maybe during their service to their nation, they can easily go into a company that is in the tech industry through internship, learn what they are supposed to learn. Then the other way is through technical communities. There are a whole lot of them depending on the country where you are in. There are DevFest, that's Developers Festival. There are Facebook Developers Circle. There are Google Developers Students Association, and a whole lot of other that you can join to get the best knowledge. Now, having talked about the opportunities and the technical and the non-technical opportunities, now let's talk about the skills that are needed for you to grab any of these opportunities. Now these are the technical skills. When you come under the technical skills, we have the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now the artificial intelligence and machine learning, there are certain things you need to learn. There are certain platforms you need to understand how they work for you to be able to learn how artificial intelligence and machine learning works very well. Now, one of them is the TensorFlow and Scikit Learning. These two tools, the TensorFlow and Scikit Learn, can help you to understand how the AI platform and machine learning platform works very well. Then you go further to the Azure to the cloud. When you're talking about the cloud, what we mean here is having access to your computing devices or storages over the internet without you having a physical server where you manage or see your physical computers. But every single thing that you want to do, you can do that from a single computer. With the help of your cloud, you can create multiple computers. We call it visual machines. With the help of this visual machine, anything you want to do as related to your computer, you can still do that with the help of your visual machine. So if you want to learn more about the cloud, the tools that you would need is Microsoft Azure, AWS, or Google Cloud. Then you can also make use of DigitalOcean, which is also a cloud computing platform or a cloud computing tool. Then going down, we look at the app development, which I told you here that software developers as a technical skill. Now, when you come down here, you will discover that there are certain things you need to learn. Web development, you need to learn. Under app development, you need to learn web, that's web development. You need to learn mobile development, which is mobile app development. You need to learn Flutter and also React. Now, going down the more, we now look at programming. Now, do not confuse yourself. Someone might say that programming is the same thing as app development. Now, when you say programming simply means putting together how softwares work. This is the core of every single thing that you're doing in the internet. Programmers, they write your codes and help you to have tools that will build other tools. It is the programmers that write the applications or the tools that you would use to develop your app, your mobile app, your web app, your Flutter, your React, and every other thing. So they can make use of Python, can make use of JavaScript and Java. But recently, I think Java is going out of the market. So currently, Python seems to be the best and the most used programming language you can ever think of in the market. So now, let's look at the non-technical skills. When we come to the non-technical skills, we have very important and much more notable skill, which is problem-solving skill. That's the reason why I made it to be the number one. Now, your problem-solving skill helps you to see what others are not seeing, to see solutions where people are seeing problems, to see possibilities where people are seeing impossibilities. It helps you to find innovative solutions to complex challenges, putting together ideas on how to solve problems. Now, the next skill you need to have as a non-technical person is the communication skill, your ability to relate with your team and convey messages to a non-technical person. Your ability to clearly convey technical concepts to diverse audience, both people who are in the technical line and people who are not in the technical line. Now, the next important skill is your ability to collaborate. Now, collaboration means working effectively in cross-functional team. That simply means when you are working, just like we listed here, when you are working here as a non-technical person, you are going to have digital marketers to work with you. You are going to work with product managers. You are going to work with people in the customer support. You are going to work with software developers, cloud engineers, data scientists, and cyber security. So you working as a non-technical person simply means that you need to understand how to collaborate with all these people through effective communication and passing down the necessary ideas that they, in a way that they will understand it very well. Now, we also talk about adaptability. Adaptability simply means your ability to embrace challenges and continuously learning. Now, on a daily basis, we discover that a lot of things are changing in the internet. You can sleep today and tomorrow when you wake up, the tools that you know how to use, new features have been added, new things have been done over the internet. We woke up one day and we discovered that ChatGPT have been launched. We woke up one day and we discovered that the cloud have been launched. We no longer need to host our servers in our offices. We now have to host them in the cloud without using anything or any hardware where your informations are being hosted. But everything is working very well. So you have to be ready to adapt to new skills. Now, let's look down at the academic or entrepreneurial part. So this is where most of the persons get it all wrong. Now, there are different ways of getting into this part. One is you can get a degree, which is the most common one. You can enroll into an engineering program. You can enroll into an IT specialization, or you can get along with research through people who are doing research on a particular product. This will help you to have a nice path. Now, I'll go down and explain further. Now, when you say you want to get a computer science degree, it's going to open you up to a whole lot of knowledges. It's going to help open you to have a broader view, but you will not have a specialized view if you get into that route. Now, engineering program simply means enrolling into people who have been in the field, who are already working in the field, like cloud engineers, software engineers, and the rest of them. Then we go to the entrepreneurship. Under the entrepreneurship, we have tech startups, we have digital products, we have tech enabled services, innovation hubs, and the rest of them. So each and every one of these is going to help you to have a clear path. Either you are going through the academic route or you are going through the entrepreneurship route. You can easily land yourself successfully either in the technical role or in the non-technical role. But one thing you have to know is that you must start. You must get ready to start. You must get ready to make a move. You must get ready to know how and follow up with most of the things that I have said here, and you will be able to move it down. Now, it's very important you know how to find your place in the tech ecosystem. Now, some of the other things that you need to do is to understand your strengths. You have to know whether you are an analytical person, whether you are a creative person, whether you are a detailed oriented person, because it is not everyone that can code. There are people who would love to write, there are strategists, there are designers, there are people who love selling. So you have to know your strengths and what you can do very well. Then you get ready to continuously learning. Just like I said before, you can wake up today and you discover that a whole lot of things have changed, a whole lot of things have been developed. And if you are not ready to adapt to the new ways of doing things, that simply means you will become obsoleted. Then you also learn how to build projects, because it's when you start building projects you will be able to have something that you can use to create a portfolio. When I talk about a portfolio, I simply means the things that you have done in the past, the problems you have done in the past. Because when you are meeting with an employer, the first thing they are going to demand of you is to find out if you have done any project in the past. They will ask you to show them the portfolios of what you have done in the past. If you are going in as a web developer, they will ask you for the websites that you have done. And most people go in there lying. No, you don't need to lie. All what you need to do is to start off with, you can do a demo website, do the first one, do the second one. You can upload them into your GitHub account, and anytime there is a request for you to show your portfolio, you can easily go up there, pull off your link and send it to the person who is requesting for it. Also, it's very important you join tech um community of tech enthusiasts. It will help you, it will motivate you and keep you going even when in the face of challenges. Then also you have a mentor. It is very important you get a mentor, get someone who have walked through the road, someone who have been there, who have the challenges. If it is what is going to take you 5 years to accomplish, with the help of your mentor, within 1 year or 2 years you will be able to get it successfully, and it is going to be easier for you. So don't walk the path alone. You can get a mentor who is going to walk you through. So right here, your tech journey starts here. Now it begins right here. Now you can start small, begin with the fundamentals and build knowledge. Stay consistent, regular practice, and learn yielding the best result. Learn to give out your best with the little knowledge you have. Learn to give out your best. Never stop learning. Continuous learning, continuous improvement, continuous finding, research, and then trust me, the future belongs to those who understand how to build it. Thank you.